see what we be doing before this actually start. Y'all be like, them two there.
It is a lot to put on this show, I'm going to tell y'all, but that is for another day. Good evening, and welcome. You guys are officially in the Divas Den with your girls, SoFab, Kim, and Tyranikia, the Chappelle. Yes, your sexy educator is sitting to my left, your right. And we have a brand new show, girl. We're actually here on Wednesday. I know. Like we said we would be.
We keep our words sometimes.
Just sometimes. Yeah, sometimes.
You know.
But we here.
Yeah. I'm proud of us for we did this. There,
we did it. So we have a brand new show for you guys. There's a lot to talk about from Katy Perry and Ruby Rose. I don't know if you heard about that, but we'll get to that later, as well as Tamera. That's what I've been told to call her now. Mowry, the other twin.
Yes,
the sisters. You know? And then we're also going to touch on the story of Ashlee Jenae, which I think is extremely important, because one thing about our Black girls, when something happens to us, it gets swept under the rug. But here in the Divas Den, we are not going to allow that. We're going to talk about that today. But before we get into, you know, the get to, friend, how you doing today?
You know what? I'm actually okay. I feel like I have been running around with 1 foot and 2 toes.
What?
I know. Impossible, ain't it? I feel. Okay. It's been a busy day.
Ooh, girl.
Yeah.
Ooh, child.
Yeah, but I will say, actually, I feel at ease now, because I feel like I've done all the things I need to do. So, you know, you start knocking stuff off your list. You be like, you know what? Yay me. I adulted today.
And you look fabulous.
Say that fucking shit. Don't start with me. It's my birthday week.
It sure is.
It's all about me.
My goodness, it's her birthday. Celebrate your way, cause it's your birthday.
Fuck it up.
So you know what, friend? Yes. Hell yeah. Yes. Go off.
Yes. So yes. But then, yeah, actually, I do feel good. Like I said, it's been a busy day, but it's been productive and it's been a good day. So I don't have a complaint at all. I really do. How about yourself, my love? How has your day been?
Girl, it has been busy.
When you and that 1 foot and 2 toes?
Girl, we in here by the lace of my damn wig. Yeah. Girl, the lace of my wig.
Hold on.
It was almost one of those, well, we tried.
No. Look, so y'all saying this.
We'll try this again next time. Because, girl, the way my body was like, I don't know.
Like, I don't even like you like this. What's wrong with you?
Truth is, I'm
Not the options off you.
Options off you.
I don't even like you.
You know how our aunties and moms, when they get tired, they just start.
Girl, yes, rocking. Not you rolling.
Almost didn't make it. And then the parking situation in downtown Raleigh is so crazy.
God.
The way I was about to just keep driving and drifting right on the Fairway Drive. Well,
I can't do this, girl. It was crazy. I came down, then I actually came down trying to get on Fairfield.
Yeah,
it's blocked. Raleigh, please tell me what are you doing that requires this much?
The most.
It's simple. I don't understand. I don't know what's here or what you're bringing here, but it don't require this much.
The most.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Stop
it. It doesn't. And I don't know what, because after hours, you would think it's Wednesday. It's 6 going on 7 o'clock. You should be able to find parking.
Nobody. Nowhere.
No. But you know what? That's a complaint for another day. Anyway, tell us in the comments how y'all feeling. Hopefully you got you some wine. Hopefully you chilling. You in with the Kiki and the TT. Yeah. Hello.
Hey, Bill.
I'm so excited to see you outside.
I know. I'm pretty so. Hey, girl.
Girl, looking good. Okay.
Yes,
good job.
Options and options. You got a few options.
Just a couple. Two. And a possible.
Yes, bitch. We like you.
I did not see that comment, Kayla. I'm sorry.
Listen.
It's her. I know. Yes.
We had a party coming. My party.
TFG is about to reunite.
Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo. And we'll tell you guys about TFG at a later date.
Yes.
We have plenty of stories.
Darling.
And you know what? Maybe we should have TFG on the show.
Like all of us. That'd be
that'd be
fun.
It needs to happen after.
Listen, y'all think we crazy
Girl.
together? Oh, darling.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Never a dull moment. Ever.
We might have to do that after a trip.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, got one coming up? No. Yes, we do. September. New York. What the fuck we did?
But you know,
let's bring it back. Make it soda.
Yes. We'll have to have the group on because I think that would be fun. It will be fun, and we'll have to tell the whole entire story about how we became
who we are.
TFG, yes.
How we became, we are one.
Don't get me started.
Oh, you know what? That's fair. That's fair.
You give me an inch, I take a whole motherfucking yard.
You know what? Sit down. Don't even worry about it. You want your options to still. Okay.
I just because I'm waiting for my stem, but
no, please do not. But I tell you, I watched us and I was weak. I'm like, this girl was serious. You said, prepare yourself.
Don't get me started. You know,
Okay. Relax.
So let's get into the show, guys.
Yes.
First up, if you are a fan of the show, you know what it is. We have our mirror moment. Okay. So our mirror moment is just a moment to take, a second to take a step back. It's, self-reflective, it's introspective. So we really want you guys to take this question into consideration when we drop it and then answer in the comments. Now, if you don't have an answer right just this moment, don't worry about it. We'll get back to it and revisit it. But
all right. So I'm gonna before asking the question, I'm actually gonna just kind of talk through it and then ask the question at the end because I feel like the question requires a little context. All right. So as conversations, as we do, we'll be talking and things come up. And I was talking with a friend and we were talking about the adultification of young Black girls' body and how this could possibly affect how they navigate space and deal with their bodies and relationships as they become young women into women. So the question is, I'm sorry, I did that stuff. My own doggone question. It'll be running my mouth. That what I get.
You got it? If not, we can put it back up on the screen.
Put it back up, okay?
Yeah.
Was your body adultified as a child? So I will say for me, I didn't have an issue with my body growing up. My family, we are very lovey, very touchy-feely. And on top of that, I grew up in a family of a lot of women. So I'm used to seeing bodies that look like mine. So I will say where I felt like I was adultified was in spaces where if I'm wearing something or I'm doing something and some elder will come and say, oh, you're being fast or you're too grown. And it's one of those things where I didn't see it that way. I'm just growing. And it's funny how people get older and forget the type of shit they was doing when they was younger.
Girl, listen.
Because listen here, TD, I know what you was doing. We know. But anyway, so like I said, I feel like in certain spaces my body was adultified. Now, how did it affect me growing up and like I said, young adulthood until growing into a woman? I will say in certain spaces I would tell my daughter not to do certain things. And it's not that I had a fear, it was just because that was the norm. And then I had a conversation with an old friend. It was I was buying Bronner jeans. I was buying Bronner jeans, and she was putting some jeans on that were kind of snug on her. And the thing about it is, unfortunately, she's a thick one. Well, it was thick one. She's slim thick now. I'm gonna be fine. Mommy loves you. But so I said she was a thick one. And the problem was, finding jeans that fit her size. So that's like one of those things. So I'm constantly making sure that the jeans aren't too snug on her body. One, because she was a rough kid, so Brianna she's always been a handsome girl. Brianna climbed trees, play in the dirt. Meanwhile, I'm out here like, go Bree. You want to help? No.
Handsome girl.
She's been always a handsome girl.
It says in some spaces it was, I was skinny, flat chested, but had a onion booty.
Yes. Booty, booty, booty.
And I mean, I think that had everybody has had a situation where somebody has made a comment about their body.
Absolutely.
You know, especially as a youth. I don't know if it was adultified for me as much as it was ridiculed. Because, and if my mom was here today, she would tell you about it. We were always like considered the fat family. Like, you know, like mom's fat, dad's fat, stepdad's fat, brothers, you know, he wasn't chunky then. But you know, I'm chunky. So whenever we would come down south, like people would make comments, you know, about like, oh, you getting big, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, y'all big too, the fuck? Like,
ain't that the craziest thing?
Everybody got wide asses and thick ankles and calves and carrying on, but you want to focus on what we got going on. And then it almost created a dysmorphia because it was like I was always hard on myself of like I'm fat, or even coming down to North Carolina, certain family members, I'm not going to say the name, but certain family members, I would avoid them because I'm like, well, what do you have to say now about my body?
That is so unfortunate.
It's terrible because why? What did you get out of that?
Especially as you're still developing.
Yes.
And that's the crazy part. Brianna, I actually brought the conversation to Brianna, and what she shared with me is being around people, I would say more of her family on her father's side, where they were saying certain things about her body, like, you know, oh, she's chunky, or her thighs are thick, or something like that, or telling her, oh, you shouldn't wear this particular shirt. That was another thing for Brianna, was her is wearing crop tops or shorts and stuff like that, and adult women commenting on either the length of it or it's tight or something like that. And Brianna said, she said, for me, it's one of those things where we as teen, like her and her peers, we talk about our bodies all the time. So we're hard on ourselves and each other about our bodies. And then to have adults or people that we look up to or we love and care about constantly comment on our bodies, it makes me feel worse about my body.
Exactly.
And it's very interesting to hear that aspect with Brianna, because I'm like, dang, well, in what space was that? Because I feel like I would say at home, we didn't have those conversations. Right. Even when Brianna went home, they always adore her because she was a thick kid and she was is chocolate. So it's one of those things where it's just, oh, you're so pretty, oh, you're so chunky. Like it wasn't a space where it was a negative. Right. Now, something else I will say, as I was having this conversation, somebody shared a different perspective. A lot of their interactions with being adultified was from the perspective of not wearing certain things around certain family members when they came around.
Yeah. But I wonder if that's even being adultified and more so just family members not wanting to face the truth that they have predators in the family.
I think it's both.
You know,
I think it's both, because what it does is, as a child, I'm navigating space as a child through my lens. When you're constantly pointing out about my body, now I have to pay attention to this, because I'm not aware that this small frame is attracted to somebody else. Right. So now I don't know what to do with this, especially as I get older and I start to fulfill some of these, you know, these spaces that were once flat. Now I'm navigating what does it look like, because I've been told to hide. Yes. I've been told to be mindful and watch and look around. And now I don't even know how to just be in space with my body. Yeah. So I feel like I do understand what you're saying, but I feel like that is where the body can be adultified for a child.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Like you said, both things can be true. And it's sad for anyone, even young men.
Yes. Because, oh my goodness.
I'm not going to tell Kenny's story, but he has had stories himself where people are looking at him as he's a piece of meat, you know?
You know what?
And it's just like, okay, first of all, like you said, I'm a teenager, you know, I'm still technically a child, and these grown women, you know, are making comments about my body. What do you want me to do with this information?
That is so scary. Again, having the same conversation, a boy mom, she joined in, and what she shared is her son, he's 6 feet tall. She was like, he's a very handsome boy. And a lot of the things that she has dealt with was having to navigate grown women coming to her son, to your point, in a sexual manner.
Yes.
She said during COVID, whenever he would have on his mask, she found herself where women would approach him in a way. And she's like, first of all, you real bold because this could be my man. You don't even know.
Let's start there.
But the fact that you don't see his baby features.
Exactly.
So now when it's like, oh no, he's this age. Oh, now the conversation is different. Like, no, why are we doing this?
And let's be honest, because this is something, and Ken had talked about it on TDS a while back when it comes to like, younger kids, you know who is a child by the way that they, walk around and how they carry themselves, so I don't want to hear that. Oh, I thought it. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You thought you could get away with
that part,
because there hasn't been a time yet where I looked at someone that was a teenager and said, what?
It's like, oh, she's
That's
so
somebody's
cute.
kid.
Like, oh, look at that baby.
Hi,
He's
baby.
so cute. Look at him.
Yeah, baby.
He's gonna be a handsome man.
Exactly.
That'd be
I'm
my
so
kind of.
yes.
Not, oh my God, come here. Like, what? How do we get here?
Exactly.
So yeah, it's so. So like I said, to answer the question, yes, I feel like my body had been adultified in certain spaces, but not in a way that affected how I navigated space as I was growing into a young woman and into adulthood. Because I will be honest, I wonder if it's a cultural thing, but being like in Louisiana, New Orleans specifically, so much about the body is celebrated. Even like we dance all the time, and the type of dances that we do can be perceived as provocative to certain people. So if that's your norm, you don't have. I don't. So I'm not. I don't know. But like I say, especially just again with the body talking about clothes or doing certain stuff. Don't get me wrong. When I was on dancing and stuff like that, I had family members who would say crazy stuff then about dancing and stuff like that, but I'm like, girl, go sit down somewhere.
Because I mean, I don't think anyone's thinking that way, and if you are, then you're the problem.
Let's be honest. That is the part.
So do we have a second part, or do we want to go into current events?
Oh, we can go into current events. Let's do something else you want to add. Do we have any comments? Anybody? Did anybody want to share if their body they thought their bodies were
okay?
Yes, come on, Kim. Let me see that education.
Because these contacts said, now wait a minute. No. They may have had their own securities, which may have been discussed all the time when you all came down to visit. They could take the focus off of them and place it on you. They're punk. Absolutely.
Leave it for my girl.
Absolutely. My girl,
always on.
But like I said, it's one of those things where it's unfortunate it does happen, and I'm grateful to have had a parent who still knew how to love on me.
And you know what? I am so glad that you have that, because there are so many young girls who do not have that, because I've had friends that share stories where they are, like from they're East Indian or something like that. A lot of. You know how they talk about your body. The way they gathered us in Jamaica, baby.
Woo! Girl, talk about body dysmorphia.
I'm glad I love me, because if not, I done left Jamaica hating myself, okay? But excuse me.
Watch what you say, to your kid or to even other kids, because I mean they're listening, and that stuff does hurt, and it sticks with them for a very long time. And even as an adult, you should know that, because I'm pretty sure somebody has said something to you that has stuck with you for a very, very long time. So let's just be mindful. And speaking of being mindful, let's go ahead and get into these current events, because baby, there we go. Okay. Let's get into these current events. So first and foremost, let's talk about what's going on with Ruby Rose and Katy Perry. So we all know who Katy Perry is, a singer. She ruled the millennium, 2010s, all the stuff like that. Like she was that chick when it came to White Girl Groove.
You just say that needs for the t-shirt, White Girl Groove.
Girl, I got a whole playlist. Yes, it's all my white bangers. I'd be like, y'all ate this one. But anyway, then we have the actress Ruby Rose. Now, allegedly, this whole thing spearheaded from Katy Perry talking about Justin Bieber's set at Coachella, and him, just saying she's glad that he had a premium subscription and didn't have to watch ads, because we know that he came from YouTube, all this stuff like that. But something from that made Ruby Rose go out and say, well, you guys think that, Katy Perry is a good person. She's not. She sexually assaulted me. We were in a club back in 2010 and she pulled her underwear to the side and pushed her vagina in my face. But I didn't want to tell anyone because she thought she was going to be victim shamed. And then later on to say that Katy Perry was one of the people to help her gain her citizenship and get her green card. So it was like, wait a minute.
I'm sorry. Wait. Wait
a minute.
Let me make sure I'm fully understanding
Yes,
this.
ma'am. Mm-hmm.
So she both complimented her and accused her.
Yes.
Okay.
So the crazy thing is, this is not Ruby Rose's first time of essentially saying someone has done something to her.
Okay. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, she's been called a liar in many spaces.
Oh, that is not where I thought it was going with this.
Yeah,
that escalated.
Yeah. So unfortunately, some of her claims are kind of being, taken with a grain of salt. Katy Perry has since spoken out and said, this is a dangerous allegation.
Yeah.
And it's not true. And, essentially, like, why would you say that?
And first of all, and I'm not being funny, and please forgive me if this comes off as dismissive or insensitive, but do you know how much work it takes to pull your pants to the side and throw your pussy in somebody's face? That stuff takes a lot of energy. First of all, and I'm curious, what position was ma'am in? Because if you laying on your back and you put your, and you like, how we get there? And even if you on all fours, do you know how much maneuvering you gotta do?
Yes.
And then you gotta, first of all,
this was in a club. Now remember, she
said so we're in a club.
Yeah, she said this was in a club. And what did not make it better for her story was that one of the witnesses that was there that night said that this did not happen.
Now wait a minute.
Like they're like, no, not quite sure what you're talking about. That did not happen. So it doesn't really look good for her. And then she went on this whole spiel about, this is one of the reasons why victims don't say anything. Because
no. We're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do that, ma'am, because here's the problem. It's a difference there's a big difference of why some victims do not, some survivors, I'll rephrase. That's the difference why some survivors do not come forward. And it's not just about feeling not like they're going to be believed, but in spaces like with yourself, if you're making other accusations against people, similar accusations, and you're being proven to be lying, it will be very hard for someone to believe you now. Yeah. So we're not going to take and combine all of this into one space, no, because what you're doing is completely different. Right. And again, I have to say, I know this sounds crazy, but I really would love to know how this happened. In a club. Do you know in the club, like what you doing? And then you gonna take
I need to see the reenactment.
I really do, because I need to know how she threw her coochie in her face. And then we just like, what? Yes. Again, that's a lot of energy. And I'm not gonna listen, if I'm going through all that energy of pulling my drawers to the side, you don't eat this pussy. Listen, that's a lot of work. Somebody's coming. Me.
Well, speaking of coming.
Yes, speaking of coming. Everybody should come.
Tamera, the other twin,
we're not what's coming?
Decided to come and bring herself onto Threads.
You ruined that come. Go ahead, though.
And she made an announcement talking about, I'm new here, and was super excited, thinking that people were going to embrace her with warm and loving arms, and that the Black community was going to be like, yes, it's the other sister, because Tia has been all over social media. She's on Threads doing her thing.
Right.
However, that's not how things played out.
Girl.
She's now being referred to as Tamaga.
That right,
because there's been a sketchy past, with her in regards to her being a sympathizer and empathizer with those who have associations with MAGA and racism and fascism and all the isms. Ouch! Not to mention that her husband was a correspondent for Fox News at one point, and we know Fox News is more so leaning towards the conservative,
his controversial comments and crap.
His controversial comments about SNAP benefits and carrying on, and essentially that whenever he says something, she's automatically coming to his defense. And I mean, it teeters that line of, yeah, this is your husband, but wrong is wrong because you're still a Black woman at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So when I say that she's been being dragged for probably about 2 days now,
I'm weak.
going on a third.
Time's a ticking.
Going on a third. Woo. Because number one, I think a lot of celebrities come on threads thinking that they're going to be celebrated. You're not. This is about community. It's about the everyday person. Like, we have built this, social media platform. Yeah. By ourselves and by finding community and like minds. And then you come on here thinking that we're going to be like, oh yeah, girl, no.
Nobody cares.
And then with everything that's happening, considering, this man in office who's losing his mind, and you still want to sit here and say, oh, well, we need not judge, and let's not rush, because they all talk like this, and especially when I got to defend a racist, let me talk like that. It's not a good look. It's not. And I promise you, I thought like by now today, everyone would kind of like leave her alone and be like, well,
I think everybody's everybody's being very conscious about how long they stand on host neck. Okay.
Very much so.
They say you're out of here, sis.
So my question is, do we forgive and just let bygones be bygones, or does she deserve this dragging?
I think when you put yourself in public spaces, you open yourself up for all the ridicule, the good and the bad.
True. That is true.
So if you're making your money from the public, then that's what comes along with it. So considering the fact of how she's navigating space, I think it is what it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because my thing is this here too. Yes, when you are in a relationship, sometimes you have different views, maybe even different values, right? But to take and marry somebody with such views, and we don't know them, of course, but from his comments and some of the things and he's done and move about space, it leans to be in a certain way.
Absolutely.
So for you to marry this person, how can you say you don't share those views?
Yeah,
but you marry this person. You are contracted to this person.
Yeah.
So how do you take and separate yourself from this space, and then you're looking for community support? And what bothers me too is in moments where I feel like some Black celebrities, they go too far right. And when they're realizing they're not getting the support that they thought they were going to get, they try to come back and gain support. Like, no, you can't do that.
Like Stacey Dash?
Yes. Oh, what's a girl named Candace Owens?
Candace Owens.
No, like you can still be Black, but you're the other Black.
Come on, you can still be Black,
but you're the other Black.
But we don't claim you Black.
Listen, you that cousin, everybody be like,
yeah,
she a little funny.
You know how they are.
Yeah, you love them. She a little funny though.
Right.
So before you to come back and I get looking for space, we can't have that.
No.
And we're not going to allow that. So like I said, for the public to be like, no, they're on her neck as they should be, because this is what accountability looks like now for celebrities. We didn't have this since we could do that. Now we do. And on top of that, who's going to affect your money?
Yeah. Because I mean, growing up by watching them corny ass Hallmark movies, like
I don't even like Hallmark.
No, not at all. And then I guess she thought her little clapback was going to be, oh, hello to my 1.1 million followers, girl. That's coming from Instagram. It transfers over.
And don't nobody care about them. No way. What? How often do they comment? When they doing something?
And then at no point did you ever defend yourself or your husband and say, guys, that's not how we do over here.
Because why would she? She's not, especially in space where he's moving about space how he wants. She's not going to be able to. And she's not going to disagree. She's going to only disagree with him up until a point.
Right. Girl.
Yeah, so, I know, girl.
Needless to say, you deserve this dragon.
Sit there, girl. Enjoy the ride. Check.
And hopefully they keep dragging you, because I mean, what did you think this was?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very interesting space, I would say, for the celebrities who are just moving like they are and just wanting things to be the same. Like you can't be one way and then shift and go completely crazy and be like, everybody follow suit. No, they ain't.
No.
Because I don't even agree with this foolishness.
Not at all. No. So, needless to say, kiss our asses.
Yes.
We only acknowledge Tia around these parts.
That's right, because she the other Blake.
Hello. Yes.
You need a shirt like that. Black or the black?
The other black. But on to our next story. And this one breaks my heart because it seems like we always have these sorts of stories where something happens to a Black woman or a Black man and no one knows the details. You know, so if you guys have not heard about Ashlee Jenae, she's an influencer that went on a kind of like a couples retreat or couples, you know, vacation with her husband. You've seen him pictured right there. Only to mysteriously be unresponsive in her bed, to later go to the hospital and then die. They claimed it was suicide and that she had hung herself with a belt or something like that. But leading up to that, her and her husband, it's been said by the staff at the hotel that they were having arguments and, you know, going back and forth, and that things were getting pretty heated between the two, that they even had to have separate rooms that were 10 minutes apart.
Oh, wow.
And the even crazier thing is that the husband decided to call the family and say, you know, oh, well, she was in critical condition, only for her to have been pronounced dead.
Oh.
Yeah. So then they had to find out that their daughter, their sister, whomever, whatever the relation was, is no longer here. But as her husband, fiance, you're telling me that she's in critical condition. So there's somewhat of a chance. The story is strange because she had just turned 31. I believe he was 43. Yes, I believe he was 43. They said that the engagement was very fast. Oh. They had met, and then I want to say the engagement maybe was within like a 5 to 6 month time span.
Yikes.
And then they went on this trip, and it was supposed to be for them working on their relationship and all the stuff like that. Only for this to happen.
That's crazy.
You know, and it's just like, and I think what's important to note as well, because people always want to say, oh, it was suicide. Her family was adamant about the simple fact that she was not suicidal. They had just spoken to her the day prior, and they said that everything, you know, she seemed fine. There were no signs of it, you know, not to say that there typically are signs, right. But there was no signs. They didn't have any reason to be alarmed, only for now this to happen. Now, the fiance is still in Tanzania. They have taken his passport because, they've taken his passport because they still want to question him. They said they technically don't feel like there's any reason for him to be considered a not a witness. What's the word? A suspect. Thank you. For him to be a suspect, but they still want to question him to see if there's anything that they may know. But right now they're ruling it as a suicide.
That is crazy.
Insane.
It is insane. Absolutely insane. This is really unfortunate. Yeah. When as I was reading through that story, it took some time to process that.
Absolutely.
Because first and foremost, just the fact that they were already gone through so much prior to the yes, I'll marry you. What was going on that she said yes? What happened that made her say yes? And we're already unhappy. You want me to take and marry you and still be unhappy?
And then why are we rushing? What's the rush?
Right.
You know, and then the age gap bothers me a lot because you're 43.
That is a 31.
That's a huge age gap. You know, that bothers me. And then the fact is like, oh, well, let's go to Tanzania. You know, not only are we going to a completely different place, we're going to a completely different continent. You know, there's a lot that makes me raise my eyebrow.
Yeah.
And I pray that her family does not stop fighting, because oftentimes when things like this happen, and because it's in a different place, it's
kind of hard for them to do anything.
Yes, things get swept under the rug, especially when they say, oh, well, we feel it's suicide. And then for him to be rich, and he said he wasn't going to fly her back, fly her body back to the States. Exactly.
Oh, wait a minute. What?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot about this story that the dots are not connecting.
Absolutely.
And I definitely don't want this to be something that gets swept up under the rug, like the many stories that we've heard where people go on vacation and next thing you know, it's like something happens and nobody knows. Like it's just a huge mystery. And I know it's tough for families because it's like, well, it's in a completely different, you know, like you said, country, continent. And then now we have to figure things out. We're trying to put the pieces together. And the only person that should know what's happening is the person that you feel may be a suspect. I couldn't imagine being in their shoes right now.
Yeah, you know what? My heart goes out to the family because to your point, I can't imagine what that feels like. I can't even begin the grieving process because I can't even get my person back.
Exactly.
And how do I get to my person to do anything? This is a very, very tough story.
Absolutely. So like I tell you guys all the time, hello. Like I tell you guys all the time, we're going to keep you updated as much as we possibly can with any more details that we find out. But I just do not, especially this being a show that services women, Black women specifically, for our stories to not be highlighted, to make sure that we bring attention to this, because something's wrong here. Something's wrong here. And I wonder if she was a different color, would this be something completely different?
Absolutely. Just think about the cases where the girl was in Nevada and how her boyfriend killed her. And I forget, it's a couple years ago. Either way it go, she went missing. They couldn't find her and her family never stopped, but they never stopped talking about the story. There's been documentary after documentary about all these women who've gone missing. But how many do we have of our Black bodies?
Right. Exactly.
So no, like to your point, these spaces that are Black woman centered, we do have to keep those stories alive.
Absolutely. So like I said, we will keep you guys updated and posted on that. But my condolences go out to the family, because I could not even imagine being in a space where your loved one was taken from you and you don't have any answers at all.
Especially her parents, because I'm telling you one thing you're not going to do is tell me my child not coming home. That right there is a fact.
And never mind, I was about to go into something completely different. I was about to go off, but let's move into our next segment called Ask Kim and Kia.
Ooh, you got a question.
So this one I think is funny because it's really spot on of how we were feeling earlier. And this one says, and of course we want you guys to chime in. When is enough when it comes to always being available at work?
Girl.
Yes, ma'am.
When is enough when there is no distinctive line between work and personal life? When I am not, when there's a space where you do not turn off, you're just on all the time. And then the expectation is that you're just supposed to be on from the job.
Girl, so let me tell you something.
I'm through the hair.
Girl, because
can't say, listen, bitch.
When I tell you I went through this over the holiday, and I purposely stacked up my PTO so that I could take 2 weeks off, because that's how badly I did not want to be bothered. Just give me 2 weeks to not have to hear, see, or think about anything related to this job. I want this break. I don't care if I didn't have anywhere to go and I just sat on the couch in my big ass underwear, titties just side to side.
That's right. Both your options.
Whatever. I did not care. I just didn't want to be at work because I did not feel like being on. I didn't feel like being asked. I didn't feel like anyone demanding my time, right? Tell me why I'm still getting text messages, even when I'm on break, none of which are important. And if they're not important, why are you texting me? There's email or there's fucking waiting, because
that's the better option. That was the better option.
Just wait. Why did you feel the need to text me or ask me anything, and then to think that you're going to get a response is even crazier? Because this is my time. PTO, paid time off. Off. There's no reason why there should be any sort of level of expectation that you should get an answer from me when I specifically said, I made the announcement before I, went and took my break. I'm not going to be answering any phone calls, any text message, or any emails. I will see you after the new year. So in your mind, because you're an employee and I pay you, I'm still going to text you anyway.
Right, because again, your time is not your time.
Exactly. Exactly. But then we want to
my
sit
urgency
here.
is more important.
Exactly. We want to talk about work-life balance. You know, we want to talk about, we want to make sure that your mental health is intact. It is. That your mental health is intact. We care about you. But then you do things like this. And I hate that it has created this whole mindset of people feeling like if I don't answer, then my job is on the line. Because I had talked about this on Threads, and there were a couple people that felt the need to say, like, well, you know, I would answer, and you know, you should, because first of all, you will not come over here on my page and tell me what I should do. Blocked.
Yes. You don't matter.
But the thing is, so many people have been conditioned to think that because your boss or your coworker is reaching out to you, even when you are taking time off or even when you're off the clock, oh, well, I need to answer.
Yeah.
And then you wonder why our nervous systems aren't regulated.
That part. And then when I'm not performing in the ways that you desire on the job, now I'm a problem. When again, you're not giving me space to take and replenish. We're not robots. And I wish these companies stop operating humans as if we are. You do have to turn off, because even y'all go on vacation.
And even if you don't, I'll say this, even if you don't,
that's a you thing.
That is a you thing. If you don't have a life, that does not mean that your team or that your counterparts or your coworkers or your employees do not have a life. So I don't want to hear, well, I answer the phone at 4 a.m. or blah, blah, blah. That's what you do.
Yes.
That's not what I do. I am contractually obligated to be here from 9 until 5.
And if I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do during that time frame, then anything outside it doesn't bother me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So for anyone who's having issues with this, take a moment and think about it, because let's sit back and get real comfortable. What are your hours that you work? Once that time pops up, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 2 a.m., whatever, shut it off.
I am out the door.
Shut it off. And if anyone is demanding or expecting you to answer outside of that time slot, make sure you tell them, okay, so how much will you be paying me?
That part.
Because that is not, I don't even care if they're like, well, your salary, but I still have a certain time when I have to turn this off.
Yep.
So at salary, okay, well, I've done my 40 hours. So what we talking about? We talking about, you know, an increase or what?
What happened here? And you know what I wonder too, with what needs to happen is we need to start holding these companies accountable by reporting them.
Absolutely.
I think if we were to do something, I think we start to move like that, we would see a different shift.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because at what point do we consider this possible harassment?
Yes. Especially if, again, like to your point, you got your time off, you prepared them, set them up for success. Your urgency at this moment is not mine, because I've done everything I was supposed to do for my position before I left.
Absolutely.
So now anything outside of that, contact this person, because I've done my part.
Exactly. And then it's the fucking holiday. Nobody's doing anything.
No, you probably sitting away eating and drinking, sleeping.
Be merry.
Yeah, look.
Go outside.
Look, happy birthday, Jesus.
You know, frolic. You know, do whatever it is you need to do, but do not call me.
That part, listen, I'm not her.
This is what bothers me as well, because somebody, once again on Threads, was like, well, if my employees don't answer the phone, then I have to question their level of commitment. You're a bitch. Okay?
What the fuck are you, a dictator? Calm down.
Yes. Why do you think that that's okay?
And I think if you're going to navigate space like that, you need to pay people to accommodate them. So if you're going to offer this position and it's going to come with a requirement that I answer your every call and be available to you whenever there's an urgency for you, you need to take and pay me for all of my time.
Hello.
Because this idea
we don't want to talk about that. Though.
No, right? So the idea of is just showing initiative. No, it's beyond initiative.
Exactly.
No, showing initiative is mean I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and beyond during the allotted hours. After that, that's my time.
Exactly. And like you said, when do I have time to recalibrate?
Yes.
You know, everything needs to shut off at some point. Your computer needs to restart.
Listen.
It has to update and then reboot and things like that. So as a human, you think that I'm just supposed to keep going. How about this? How about I text you at 1 a.m.? I'll call you.
I want to make sure I'm still on the schedule. I still work down.
Did you get that report?
Right. Yeah. I sent an email at 5 o'clock. I'm going to make sure you got it.
Is it in your inbox?
Yeah.
Great.
Can you check right fast? I need that.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
I ain't doing shit.
Matter of fact, let's jump on a call.
Yeah.
Let's jump on a call. You know, cameras on.
Yeah, let's read it right fast. They're trying to give me the grandma check.
Because I mean, you see how ridiculous that sounds?
Yes.
You know, and I'm like, for that to be an expectation. Stop. And then another thing. I'm sorry, this is turning into a whole
struck a nerve.
Stop with the fucking meetings. Okay. Can we please stop with the meetings for meetings to talk about other meetings about meetings that we had several years ago? Can we stop? Please.
But send a text. It's okay.
Okay.
Do a voice memo. Yeah. We all do them now.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
You know?
Just say it real fast.
But
I'll get to it.
Let's stop that. You know? But needless to say, I think we pretty clear on that. So yes, there should be boundaries at work. You should exercise your right to not have to answer once your allotted time that you were given to have to work on the clock is up. You're done. Walk away. And don't feel any guilt about it.
And that's a different conversation too, because I think so much of our culture has conditioned us to feel guilty about availability.
Absolutely. Listen, your time is precious. Do not spend it at work.
Yeah, that's a one valuable resource you cannot get back.
Period. Okay, so we have a letter.
On to the next.
We have a letter.
Yes, we have got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Child. It's time to go to bed.
Read this letter.
The whole damn thing. Bro, we were committed. We were committed, y'all.
Sound effects and all. Hopefully y'all got that. That was a little bit of nostalgia for you.
I know y'all was singing too. Look.
So real quick before we run out of time, this one is who's in the wrong, right? Kayla, did you already play the thing? Because we was too busy laughing. There we go.
Yay!
Who's in the wrong? This one says, okay, hey y'all.
Hey girl.
I don't know. I think this is from a guy.
We'll hey boy.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm in the wrong or just late. But either way, I need honesty.
Hey, word.
I've been with my girlfriend for almost 3 years.
Okay.
She's a good woman, supportive, consistent, loyal. We don't argue much. And she's always been there for me.
Okay.
But if I'm being real, I don't think I've been fully into it for a while. There's nothing wrong with her. I just don't feel the excitement anymore. It feels like more routine than anything. I keep telling myself this is what a stable relationship looks like. Maybe I'm just, past that phase. At least I'm with someone solid. So I stayed. Now she's talking about moving in together and building a future. And instead of feeling ready, I feel pressure.
Oh.
And lately I've been getting irritated over small things. Ooh. Not because of she's doing anything wrong, but because I think I stayed longer than I should have. Now I feel stuck because if I leave, I know I'm going to hurt her. But if I stay, I feel like I'm not going to be real. So I'm wondering, am I wrong for staying this long knowing how I felt? Or would I be wrong for leaving now? That's messy.
Yeah, because I think he's dealing with multiple things. One, because what I heard that was loud for me was stability and stagnant space. I forget the word that he used, but it sounded like it's routine. There we go. So if things have become routine, why not communicate with her and tell her that you desire something different instead of her sleeping on the right side, sleeping on the left side? I don't know. So switch it up. What mismatch socks? I don't know.
Yes, let's go crazy. Sleep on the
left side. So far, yeah, that's so wild.
Girl, what?
I don't know. Fuck it around. Again, it's late.
Okay.
Bear with me.
Understood.
I thought that 1 foot and 2 toes, girl.
Understood. I'm sorry.
Yes. But yeah, so you're talking about things becoming routine. It happens in relationships, right? But the idea for what I also heard from him too is that this is what are healthy or not healthy, but this is what a stable relationship looks like. No, it doesn't. Your relationship looks like whatever you and your partner or partners make it to be. So no, if you're bored, because that's what it sounds like, then tell her that you're bored and suggest something different. Because first off, you come to me with a problem, have a solution.
Hello.
You can't come tell me, oh, I'm bored. Well, what the fuck do you want to do? Again, what's one outside the bed? Because I don't know what to tell you. Because I feel like when people do that, people come like, yeah, I'm not happy.
Okay. What you want to do?
Well, we'll make you happy. I don't know. Well, then why are we here?
Yeah. Why are we talking about?
Yeah. So, but I'll just aside. But like I said, so if that's the case, because it sounds like also, it sounds like he doesn't necessarily want to go, because even though he's saying no, he's afraid to hurt her, but he's also sounds like he is enjoying the stability, which is nothing wrong with that. But relationships do become sterile sometimes.
Absolutely.
You have to find ways to make things fun.
And my question is, do you like her?
Because he does. Or do you think he's safe?
I think it's safe.
Okay.
She's someone that he needs right now for whatever stage he's in.
Yeah.
Because when I hear things like, she's a good woman, she's supportive, she's consistent and loyal, we don't argue much, and she's always been there for me. But you're not talking about, what you do for her or anything like that. It's just like, this is textbook of what a good woman should be. But is that your woman? Is that what you want?
That's fair.
And like I said, do you even like her? Because if you don't like her, this is my thing. And I need people to understand. Do not be with someone just because you feel like they're a good person.
That's true.
Be with that person because you actually enjoy being around them and that you like them and you can see something with them.
That's fair.
Because what you're not going to do is be in my house with an attitude and resent me, and I don't know why.
Yeah. But I wonder also too, as you're making that point, does he really want stability? Because whether it's with her or somebody else, the minute things become too routine, it sounds like he'll want the same shift.
That's true. So
are you in space where maybe are you really ready for a long-term relationship?
Right. Right. Because I mean, back to your point, okay, yeah, you guys been together for only 3 years. Like when you think about 3 years in comparison to people who've been together for 60 years, 30 years, whatever have you, that's nothing. This is still the honeymoon phase. Y'all should be having a ball.
Do you know how many times they had to reinvent themselves in them years? My God.
Like the fact that you're not, like you said, have you thought of any fun things to do? Have you guys sat down and reconnected? Has anything major happened? Yeah, major happened in either one of your lives to where you have to check in and see what's going on. But to just sit there and say like, oh yeah, she's a good woman and I'm bored and I want to leave, but I don't know if I should leave. You know the answer. Before you even wrote this letter and reached out to us, you knew that you need to just go ahead and call it quits, because to me it sounds like she's just a good friend and there's nothing wrong with that. Let's just be friends.
And the thing about that is too, but wait, what if she doesn't want to be friends? Because what I also heard when you make that point is he doesn't want to lose access to her.
That's
because
true.
What happens is once he say goodbye, because he knows that she is this type of woman, somebody's gonna say, okay.
Oh, don't be that type of nigga.
Somebody's gonna say, okay, don't worry about it.
Do not be that type where you don't want me, but you don't want nobody else to have me.
Because you want to see, because it sounds like he might be just holding on to see if there is a change in him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
Get it together. And like you said, maybe you need to sit down with yourself to see if what it is that you want.
That part.
But don't pull her down with you, and especially and I'm pretty sure she can pick it up, because women are very intuitive. When your partner has changed, when things aren't the same. So I'm pretty sure she knows it. She just doesn't want to, confront it. And then
he's just lying too.
That's
he'll probably consistently reassure her that things are fine. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just whatever's at work, I'm stressed out, or family, whatever that's being said.
There can't be two bitches in the household.
There can only be one.
Nobody has time for two queens. Okay. So take you and your attitude and figure it out. When maybe I'm not the right person to give you advice, because I'm like, fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah. Friend. I'll chime in. So like I was saying.
I'm not in the space to give you advice. I'm sorry.
Like I was saying.
I'm on her side.
Like I was saying, friend. To get a point. Do sit down with yourself first to figure out one. Like you said, do you like her? And if you do still like her, how about I say this here? Do you like her enough to navigate the changes that are happening in your relationship?
Yes.
Not even like her, but do you love her enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, to navigate those changes. If that's the case, then how can things be different for you where you feel more fulfilled in a relationship. And not that she has to do something to be present, but
Mhm.
what is it that you need?
Yes.
And then bring that to her to see if that's something that she can even provide. Because if she can't, then yeah, it might be time to let the relationship go.
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
There's nothing wrong with that. Let's not drag it out. It's only been almost 3 years. You know, we're not
That's
talking.
a long time.
I mean, it is, but like I said, in comparison to people who've been together for decades and stuff like that, 3 years, whatever. Keep it moving. keep
That's how French just says to me. Kim is like, that doesn't even matter. On to the next.
With that being said, if you guys, I promise you, I'll be more gentle with the next one, or gentler with the next one. If you guys are in a conundrum and you're just like, am I in the wrong here or not? Reach out to us, info@TDS Radio. Send your letters in, and we are more than happy to answer them. You can remain anonymous. We will not read your name or anything like that on air. Just a situation. Give you your honest feedback, and then either you take our advice or you don't. But yes, so like I said, info@TDS Radio. Let us know, and we got you. But friend, that's it.
Look at us. We did that, friend.
Girl, even being tired, we did it.
You can do your stuff now.
I can. Go. Warren G. She down on she show shout. Cool, she like show shout on she show shout.
You itching? Itching. I felt it. I was waiting for the answer she could do it. Y'all really was.
I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in and chiming in. You guys are amazing.
Thank you for hanging out with us and interacting with us. It's fun.
You could have been anywhere, but you're here.
That's Wednesday. You want to do shit? No way.
But we appreciate you guys. We won't be back next week. We'll be back the week after. So like I said, make sure drop your comments, share, like,
and I want all happy birthdays because Sunday is my birthday.
I was gonna get to that, friend.
You took too long. You know how I am.
Share, like, subscribe. You know, if you have a friend that would enjoy In the Divas, then share it with them. It costs you nothing. And make sure you give our good sis, Tyrannikia the Chappelle, a good happy birthday from the bottom of your heart.
Right, all in the shun. No.
Hey.
I don't like you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, I gave you one film. I gave you one.
Melody. Okay.
Bye, y'all.
Heaven.
Bring us out.
Rain down.